Hey everyone, this is Toya, and on this video I'm going to share with you something that I consider to be one of the major faux pas that many of us commit on our way to trying to achieve our goals and our dreams. Now, I know that there are a lot of things that we do that, don't help us get what it is that we want. But on this video, I'm just going to share one with you. And then after I share what that is, I'm going to give you three things that I think, yes, I like three things, but it's okay. I'm going to give you three things that I think you should do in order to counteract the faux pas. So what's the faux pas? I think one of the major things we do that creates a problem for us and causes us not to achieve what it is that we want in life, whether it's just a desire or whether it's a full-on serious vision, is that we allow negative people to cloud our vision or cloud the road that we're on headed toward our vision. We allow people who want to say negative things, who just have a negative vibe, who talk negatively to us. We already know they're a negative kind of person, but we allow them to put clouds and rain, on our parade. We allow them to be so negative in our presence and accept what it is that they say into ourselves that before we know it, we're saying some of the negative stuff that they say. Girl, how is it that you're doing that? You don't have enough money to do that. Then all of a sudden you're talking about the money you don't have to do it. Girl, nobody in your family's ever done that. I don't understand why you think you could do that. Then all of a sudden you start thinking about the fact that nobody in your family has ever done it. And then you stop doing what it is that you were doing. There's all these things that negative people do. It's possible sometimes it's not even people you know. Sometimes it's the negativity that comes from people you don't even know. You on your way, making headway, doing this and doing that, and doing this and doing that, and then somebody tells somebody something that they heard about you, and then they're bad-mouthing you because of what they heard or what they said or what they misinterpreted. And so now they're being negative towards you. They haven't even met you, but they have an idea of who you are based on what somebody else said because they're a negative Nelly, and then they're talking about you, or they're not talking about you, but they're treating you a certain way when you walk in the room, and then you find out how it came to be. All the negativity. But the problem is when the negativity happens, we allow that to rain on our parade. We allow it. I want to give you the three things that we can do to counteract that negative Nelly stuff. Rather than receiving it, we can counteract it. The first thing is you've got to know your own power. In other words, you have to understand that nobody can stop you from doing anything. Nobody can stop you from walking on the road to fruition. Nobody can stop your vision from coming to pass. Only you can do that. You have the power. I got the power. You have the power to do that and nobody else. So when your vision doesn't come to pass, when your dream doesn't come to pass, when the goal that you had doesn't come to pass, you can't blame anyone else. Oh, they were talking about me. Oh, they were doing this. Oh, they didn't let me in. That whatever, you have the power, and you have to take the responsibility that it's your power that sees what it is that you want done. And it's your power that you shut off if you decide you're not going to do it. The second thing is you have to understand the role that every negative person has in your life. Understand their specific role. The truth of the matter is, I know it's easy to just say, cut them off, girl. Just cut them off. If they're not, giving into your life, and that's what a lot of people are telling you nowadays, just cut them off. If they're not giving into your life, they don't have any, they don't deserve to be there. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes people are in your life not for what they can give you, but for what you can give them. And sometimes that's how we need to look at it, because a negative Nelly or somebody that just is negative and they're always negative, they need some hope. They need somebody that's doing something. So what you have to do is you have to understand why they're in your life. Maybe they're not in your life so you can get something from them. Maybe they're in your life so they can get something from you. Now, the third thing is this. You need to know who you need to give the privilege of influence to and who you don't. That's right. Influence The ability to have access to influence you is a privilege. That should not be given to everyone. Everyone should not be given the privilege to influence you. If you know someone that is negative and they're always negative, don't allow them to influence you. You might be around them, but that doesn't mean that you allow them to influence. Influence means they get to sway you. They get to say something that changes what you think about something. They get to do or say something that causes you to ponder or consider what it is that they're talking about or what it is that they've done. They got some measure of influence. Well, influence comes if you deserve influence. You don't just allow anybody to influence you. If it's somebody that's close to you, hey, you are allowed the privilege of influence if you're positive, if I know that you are for me and not against me, if you've been doing some things yourself and you know how to help me, then you can influence me. You don't get to influence me if you don't want my good. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to fall down, or you want me to stop, or you want bad things to happen to me, then you don't get to influence. You don't get to influence me. Only those who are for me get the privilege of influence. Now, again, that doesn't mean I cut you off. That doesn't mean you have to cut people off. It just means that you need to know, again, what they're there for, and then you need to decide who gets to influence, the privilege of influence, and who does not. So those are 3 things to help you to counteract the faux pas of letting negative things from people's mouths or what they do, letting negative people cloud your vision or cloud the road you're on, and just rain all over your parade. You got 3 things. Remember, the first one is you have to know that you have the power. And the second one is you have to have a clear perspective of the role, the specific role that negative people have in your life. And the third one is you have to govern who gets influence, who has the privilege of influencing you. I'm hoping that this helped you. If it did, let me know. Make a comment down below and connect with me in another way. Facebook, T. Hawkins Now. Inspire Me Toya on Instagram, Toya Hawkins on LinkedIn, and anywhere on this site, on my website, toyahawkins.com, ToyeHawkins. Be blessed.